Before we begin, I want you to do something. Turn the lights down a little. Make sure you're alone. And if your phone vibrates while you're listening, don't check it immediately, because this story is about messages. And some messages should never be read. It started on a night that felt ordinary. That's how these things always start. Ethan sat alone in his apartment, the glow of his phone lighting up the room. Outside, rain tapped gently against the window, slow and rhythmic, like someone knocking without urgency. Midnight had already passed, but sleep refused to come. He opened his messaging app, and there it was again. Draft, unsaved message. No sender, no number, just a draft that had been sitting there for 3 nights. Ethan frowned. He was certain he hadn't written it. He tapped it. The message box was empty, except for a blinking cursor. Waiting. Probably a glitch, he muttered, locking the phone and placing it face down. But a few seconds later, buzz. The phone vibrated. He flipped it over. The draft was open again. This time, a single word had appeared. Ethan. His stomach tightened. Nobody typed their own name like that. Slowly, another word appeared, letter by letter. Y, then, did, then, you. Then the typing stopped. The cursor blinked. Waiting. Ethan swallowed hard. His fingers hovered over the screen. Who is this? He typed. The reply came instantly. You know who this is. His heart began to pound. His mind raced through names, memories, old conversations. One name rose above the rest. A name he hadn't spoken in 3 years. Lena. She had been his best friend. Then his love. Then the person he lost. Not to death, but to silence. Ethan typed with shaking hands. Lena. This isn't funny. 3 dots appeared. Typing. Stopped. Typing again. I never said it was. The room felt colder. Ethan laughed nervously, trying to convince himself this was some kind of sick prank. But nobody else knew about the things he and Lena shared. The late-night talks. The promises. The last argument. The message continued. You left without saying goodbye. His chest tightened. I tried to reach you, he typed. You blocked me. The reply came slower this time. No. You stopped trying. Ethan's vision blurred. The guilt he had buried for years crawled back to the surface. 3 years ago, Lena had sent him a message. Just one. I need you tonight. He saw it. He ignored it. He told himself he'd reply in the morning. The morning never came the way he expected. She disappeared from his life after that. Changed her number. Deleted her accounts. Vanished. Ethan typed, his fingers trembling. I'm sorry. The typing dots appeared, disappeared, appeared again. Sorry doesn't reach the other side. What other side? Ethan whispered aloud. The lights flickered. Just once. Then the message came. The place where unanswered messages go. Ethan's breathing became shallow. This isn't real, he typed. You're not real. The reply was immediate. Then why are you crying? He wiped his face without realizing tears had fallen. The phone vibrated again. Incoming voice message. Ethan stared at it. He didn't want to press play. But curiosity, or fear, or guilt. He pressed it. Static filled the room. Then a familiar breath. Soft, shaky. Lena's voice. Ethan. I waited. The sound cut off. Ethan dropped the phone like it burned. No, he whispered. No, no, no. The phone vibrated again. You can still fix it. How? He typed, barely able to see the screen. Finish the conversation. The apartment grew unnaturally quiet. No rain. No city noise. Just silence. Then the message appeared. Tell me why you didn't answer. Ethan's hands shook. He could lie, but something told him lying here would be worse. I was tired, he typed. I thought it could wait. The typing dots paused. Then, I wasn't tired. I was alone. And I needed you. The lights went out. Total darkness. The phone screen was the only light left. Ethan's breathing echoed too loudly in his ears. I didn't know, he typed. If I had known. You knew. You just chose comfort over care. The words cut deep because they were true. The phone buzzed again. Now it's your turn to wait. The screen went black. Ethan screamed, shaking the phone, pressing buttons. Nothing. Then, the screen lit up. A single message. One last chance. A text box appeared. Type the message you should have sent that night. Ethan sobbed as he typed. I'm here. I'm coming. I won't leave you alone. I love you. The moment he hit send, the room filled with the sound of rain again. The lights flickered back on. The phone went silent. No messages. No drafts. Nothing. Just a normal messaging app. Ethan sat there for a long time, shaking. Eventually, exhaustion pulled him into sleep. The next morning, Ethan woke up to sunlight and birds outside his window. For a moment, he thought it was all a dream, until he checked his phone. A new notification. Message received, unknown sender. The timestamp was 3 years old. The message read, I'm here. I'm coming. I won't leave you alone. I love you. Below it, seen. Ethan's blood ran cold. Because under the sender's name was Lena's profile photo. Smiling, alive, and typing. So let me ask you something before this story ends. Is there a message you never replied to? A call you ignored? Someone who needed you, and you chose later? Check your phone. Not now, but tonight. Because sometimes, later is already too late.